Hello, everybody. Hi, Winnie Kat Independent Stylists, and welcome to the September 15th Independent Stylist Conference call. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Thank you for all of you who join in person and everybody who calls in during the week. This has been, I am so excited for this week because of how many of you have joined the call. I think we had 20 people on the call this morning, and 15 people have registered for this afternoon, for this evening call. There's 10 of you on already, and for having 217 independent stylists who have, and that's everyone who's ever joined the company since February of 2013. We are doing really, really well. You are doing really, really well. You're staying engaged. You're staying active in your business, and you're also encouraging your team members to join the calls. So, the main purpose of the call is really to get together, to share what's going on, and to see what is going on with you too, to see what questions you have out in the field. You're the ones who are out there. You're doing it. You're making it happen. And so please use this time to be interactive and ask your questions on the call. So let's see. Wow, lots of exciting stuff. I want to go over the videos that I shared on the Stylist Weekly last week. And first, does anybody have any comments or any questions specifically that you want to hear tonight about either the Presidential Council or the basic stylist training, or how to have fun trunk shows? And the reason that I shared those videos, one is the Presidential Council. I think that's going to be really exciting. What I want to do is to be able to reward stylists who are not only growing their own businesses, but also who have the interest of the entire company in their interactions, and that they display that. We're still, I say we're a startup company. I mean, are we startup? I don't know. We're still, we've got a lot of traction. So, but we're still really early on, and everything that you do to advance your business helps to advance the company as well, and all the things that we want, whether it be, maybe it's bringing on an investor and hiring a sales training manager. Maybe it's just hiring that sales training manager because sales are so great, we can do that. Or, maybe it's improving our system, which is something that I'd like to do, and get some friendlier shopping cart and all that. And it takes it takes money, and it takes you out there doing what you do and throwing those parties. So I just wanted to thank everybody for that, and so that's why with the Presidential Council, those are the things, as I mentioned in the video, and the thing that's changed since the video is I'm going to extend that through the end of the year to give us some more time to announce the council. And it'll be a changing council, so it'll be something that it'll be quarterly. And once inducted, you can always say that you're in the Presidential Council, but it'll be sort of an advisory board too, and stylists who can have a say and connect. So take a look if you haven't had a chance to watch the video on the qualities that I'm looking for, and also like Sheila mentioned, it'd be a great place too for stylists to share with the council kind of what their ideas are, especially as we grow. And we get more and more fine-tuned as we grow, which I think is exciting. And it's really now just streamlining everything. I think we really know who we are now, and we have a really excellent fall product, and it's just streamlining all the processes and making things better and easier. So review that again and let me know if you have any questions. One thing I did want to mention again too is that the Founders Club, and if you didn't attend the call last week, make sure to go back and listen to that where we went over compensation plan. The Founders Club, that's where you can get paid on entire company growth, and that's huge. This is where, this is a giant thank you. We did it for you for helping to build the company and also continuing. Everything is based on your what you're doing, like what you've been doing and also what you're currently doing. So to stay in the Founders Club and to be able to be paid on entire company growth, that's pretty cool and something that you can only get when you're involved in the company this early on. And one of the change that I made to the Founders Club is that I'm going to leave it open until we have 3 members. So instead of setting a date, instead of setting a certain quarter and saying it's going to close on this quarter, I want to make sure that there's the opportunity is there and that it's a real opportunity and that you have the chance to get there. So once we have a minimum of 3 independent stylists in the Founders Club, for that quarter, at the end of the quarter, the Founders Club will close. So we might have 3 people, we might have 10. We'll see where it goes, and who knows. And that's open for everyone. If you have more questions about that and need help reviewing the compensation plan, let us know. And then Tiff made that great video for Stylist Basics. And the reason we did that and that Tiff did that was so that we can help train not only the new stylists who are on board, and welcome to all of you new stylists, and nice job being on the call, because that's a really important part of building your business. And if you are a mentor, make sure that your team is always on the calls and listens to the calls. So that video is for this new stylist, and also anyone who wants to sponsor. That's just a really easy tool to send to your team members to help them and how to get onboarded. Okay, now I'm going to ask a question. What is the first thing that you want your team members to do? So you get someone, you have someone join. What do you want her? What is the first thing that you want her to do? Yep, 2 really good answers. One is book, and the other one is 6 weeks for success. So those are, totally right. And then, some of you said have parties, 6 weeks to success, and schedule parties. So thank you, yay. Exactly. Olga, Sheila, Kimberlyn, thank you for your answers. Yeah, doing the 6 weeks to success, super important, basic stuff, but everyone who's successful cites back to that, the 6 weeks to success. So, and have the parties. Don't worry, and thank you so much for answering this question. This makes me so happy that everybody answered either 6 weeks to success or schedule parties, because don't worry about the other stuff right away. Don't worry about setting up your business Facebook page. Don't worry about getting business cards. You'll get that stuff and that stuff will come. But if you've got those parties on the books, that's where your business is going to grow. And we want people to earn money as quickly as possible. So I want you to be earning money, and I want, when you have people join your team, we need to get her money as soon as possible. And speaking of money, make sure you put in your orders today, because at the end of the day, at 8:59, the orders are closed for commission, for your commission check this week. So the commission will be run tomorrow, and then it'll go into your Pay Quicker 3 days later. And if you haven't had a Pay Quicker yet, well, then you're in for an exciting treat when you get paid. So we want everybody to get paid. And what's the best way to get paid? How do you have most control right now of your income? Like, what can you do? What can you do right now to make sure that you're going to get what you need? Right. Have parties. That's just, you know, it's just, I mean, we can say it and say it and say it and say it, have parties. You know, this business is based on parties, and I would rather, you know, I would take having a room full of, whether it's 10 women, whether it's 15 women or 4 or even 2 women who are in a room, living room or whatever, a personal showing to see Winnie and Kat and to hear about the company and the opportunity. Lots of people ask me about vendor events, which I don't say no to vendor events, but I always think that if you can get some women who are really interested in the business in a room, then that's the most important thing. That's the way. Always think about when you're deciding, when you're making those decisions on where to spend your time. You know, your time is very limited. So think about where you're going to be able to make money. And is it going to be a profitable use of your time? Because we want to have fun, right? It's not all about the money, but a lot of it is about the money, and we want to make money. So so anyway, all right. So yeah. So that's an easy tool. And then Sheila also said it's a oh, the vendor events are great for introducing Winnie and Kat and getting leads. Yes, yes. You just have to be really focused when you have the events, and have a goal. You know, Lori's been really successful with events, with booking parties from them, and again, though, you know, parties are very successful ways of booking as well. So you can typically get bookings from parties. And speaking of that, congratulations to Maria, who had her second show this weekend. That was a $1,300 show, and booked a party from there, and has another party Friday. And that's one thing too that I want to say that I've noticed is that the stylists who will work the business the way that the business is intended to be worked, those stylists, as they build, are building deep and building strong. So the stylists who have been power sellers, when people join their team, their people are power sellers, which just really shows that everyone's watching you, right? So your team is watching you and seeing what you do and emulating what you do. So whenever you're thinking about, you know, and it might be, it even starts when you're sharing the opportunity. So think about when you're talking to someone about the business, how do you, once they're on your team, because every touch that you have with a prospect or with a new team member, but sometimes we don't think about it on the prospect level, every touch is a training opportunity. So when you're telling someone about the opportunity, what do we want? We want them to say, oh, you know, I could do that too. And then when they join your team, you want them to duplicate that behavior that you've done. You know, how did you treat the prospects? And that's how your prospects are then going to treat their prospects when they're on. So let me know if you have any questions or comments. While I'm talking, I was at a big event over the weekend, so I'm a little bit hoarse, and I did the call earlier today. So let me know if you have any comments, if you want to share, if you want to talk. And okay, so what was the other video? The other video was having fun trunk shows. And I wanted to share this video. This is a training that we did that's outside of the 6 weeks to success, but it's a really important video because it's part of getting your systems down. So getting your systems down, that's really going to help you to make your business stress-free. Well, you're not going to be stress-free, but less stress in your business, okay? Let it flow. Think about flow. I love the word flow. I love the word cash flow. Letting your business flow. It just sounds easy and breezy and So if you haven't seen the Hostess Facebook group that Tiff has put up, there's a great video that for hostesses that about letting, having fun and having less stress, and it kind of relaxes me watching it and thinking about the party. So I always kind of think about that as we're sharing and kind of letting things flow. But the video on how to have a fun trunk show is really good because it's going to help you to put together your plan for your trunk shows. So once you have that system down and okay, and listen, don't make the mistake of thinking, I know how to do this. I don't do whatever, don't make the mistake of saying, I don't do games, I don't do a presentation. At least listen to this video and have a plan when you go into the trunk show, because it's going to make your life a lot easier. And you're going to be able to go be in, do your thing, make your money, book your parties, bring on new people, have fun, and do it again. And not only that, for your guests to want you, or the hostess's guest, to want to be in your living room, for you to be in their living room. One of the things that that came out of the call a couple of weeks ago is Jennifer from South Carolina had shared that one of the things she does, which I thought was absolutely brilliant, so I'm sharing it again, is she brings over her samples to the hostess the night before, which, if it works, if it logistically can work, I think is a fabulous idea, because then the hostess knows what she wants. She's played with the clothes in the privacy of her, her home, and she already knows, because we want to make the hostess our business partner for the night. So 3 videos. If you didn't get a chance to watch them, please go back and take some time to look at those videos and watch those videos. Okay, so are there any questions right now? Right now is, and I wanted to, let me pull up, because I want to thank everybody. I did this morning. Let me just make sure. Let me see what your view is. Oh, wait. Let me go over here. I don't want to block this. I want to thank everybody who has been active this week, because it's been a really phenomenal week, and September so far has just been absolutely incredible. Oh, hey, we just went over $3,000 today, Cheney. Woohoo! It's that is exciting. That is so exciting. And you know what? Like last month, those of you who are on the calls all the time, our average has been, last year at this time, our average was about $500 a day. Okay? That was last year. Right? And now we're doing, and then like up until like last month, it was about $1,000 a day. Okay? And if you think about it, going from $1,000 a day to $3,000 a day is not, it's not that much of a stretch. Because if you think about it, that's going from 1 party to 3 parties. And you're all just starting to book your parties for this month. So this is so exciting. If we can keep this up, if we can keep the $3,000 a month, that is, and then beyond, of course. But I want to hit that $1 million run rate, where we're basically $1 million company based on our monthly rate. So yay, woohoo! That was Wendy Farrell who just put in an order. So thank you for that, Wendy. So I'm going to, on that note, before we move on, I want to acknowledge everyone since last Monday's call who has who's been active. So Ellen, here, wait, let me sort this by, I'm on my extranet here. I'm going to sort it by Stylist. Okay, so all right, so Shelly, Beck just put in a couple of orders. Desi has had some volume with orders. Lindsay Bragan, I was really excited to see that you renewed. That's awesome. Mandy Breen, Mandy, you got your Amber Waves. Yay, very excited. Patty Carey joined the company. Patty and I, incidentally, we met last year and have been in touch for a whole year about the business, and the timing is right for her now. Melissa Carlisle joined the company. Meredith has gotten her samples. Cindy McClure, and this is just this last week, just in this last week. Cindy McClure not only has volume, but Cindy has also been mentoring Up a Storm and helping Maria with her party, and Tracy, who's joined Cindy's team and helping and mentoring her. I know Cindy and Mary have their video blog, which is coming out, which is really cute. Ashley Clark has some good volume. Emily joined the company. Emily joined under Lisa Connors, who Lisa incidentally just joined, I think last month Lisa joined and already has 3 team members, 2 who are personally sponsored, and Emily came through just through a company lead, but Lisa was talking to her. Yvette joined the company from Illinois, not far from one of Winnie's best friends, so that's really cool. I'm excited that you found us, and Yvette's one of those who she came, she saw, she joined, so that's super exciting. And wait, let me see okay, and then let's see, Mary Farron, I think, yeah, Mary's got some volume on the books. Wendy Farrell has just been like selling Up a Storm, which is awesome, and this is, again, just in this last week. Ellen Hager, Marcy Howell, Marcy's got an order, and Kathy Swanson has an order. Lisa, I mentioned, and Lori Miller has some very nice volume. Let's see, this is, wow, this just keeps on growing. Yeah, Lori's got some great volume there. Amy Manuel, who just joined. Amy's in Alaska. She brought us there. She'd sold 2 fleece coats in the last couple of days. Let's see, Mary Purdue, selling away. Anastasia has some great volume. This is a long list. Pretty soon I'm not going to be able to do this, so this is like, because the list is going to be so long. Natalie's got some more volume, and Maria Sanchez, of course, had her second show that was over $1,300 yesterday. And then Angela Ackerman joined the company. Thank you. Angela's in Massachusetts and spends time in Connecticut too. And whew! All right, so we have had a really, really exciting week, and I just, I want to thank everybody and congratulate everybody, and congratulate your team as well. We're doing this, and we're doing every Monday, twice on Mondays. We get together, every day. You're booking your parties. We have our new whiteboards up in the home office. Tiff's been putting up every time. And when you book parties, book them on the extranet, please. Make sure you put them in, if only to make us super excited, because I get really excited. I look, we watch, and every time we see parties booking, we're like, yay, because we know here in the home office how hard you work, and we know what it takes to be out there and to put yourselves out there. So I want to thank Cheney. You saw in the Stylist Weekly that Cheney's been promoted to Director of Operations. Cheney has been just, yay, woohoo! Cheney has just been, it's the most important thing here in the home office is the fit, is the cultural fit, and everybody here has to believe in the vision and has to have a lot of integrity and just do whatever it takes to it's that kind of like inherent, like there's the hard skills, what people know how to do, but it's really those soft skills that's that I look for in the team members. And so Cheney has just shown ever since she started, I mean, just not only like your knowledge, Cheney, of everything you've learned since you've been here, but I mean, as you take on more and more projects, Cheney, I can't see you, but hi, now I can see you. As you take on more projects, I mean, it's really like the way that you're learning everything that you're doing and taking it on as your own and treating this like it's your own company is very much appreciated. So you deserve it, and you're awesome, and I really count on you. So Thank you. And thanks for everyone who acknowledged Shani's. And, yes, and she kicks ass when she has to as well. Tiff said that. And that's true because Cheney, like this is the part you don't see. Cheney goes to bat for us all the time. Like, yes, well, managing vendors and, with class. Because sometimes vendors aren't always easy, and we weed down vendors. We also only work with vendors who want to work with us and who are fair and ethical too. So the way that Cheney manages vendors to make sure that we're getting the best, that we're growing the company in the best possible way is really commendable too. So thank you, Cheney. And, and thank you to Tiff as well. Tiff, who constantly, just works like crazy. And what, Cheney? Yes, fabulous. And, Tiff, just like all of a sudden I'll be like, oh, what's that training? And, Tiff's doing it on a Saturday from home or, whatever. Or even here, Tiff was here on Labor Day and that Saturday. Cheney was here that Saturday too when we had the Kim Bierman selfie. So anyway, and I'm really happy to announce that Shalise has joined us. Shalise joined us last week. So we're adding, because you are all rocking it out there, we're adding to the home office. So we had a quick growth, and we're ready to hire right away, and we got so many applicants. Shalise can tell you because she's emailing them all and saying, sorry, the job's been filled. But we have a lot of people who want to work here because of what we're doing and because people believe in what we're doing. So you're gonna see a lot of good stuff, and just keep on building, because the more that you build, the more we can do. I also found out after the call this morning that that we were selected as a semi-finalist for a contest called Chick Launcher. And it's an event here in Los Angeles. So I described it to my kids like it's sort of like Shark Tank, but not on TV and legit. So it's really, I'm so excited about it, and it's an opportunity where I get to pitch the company in front of. And it's different than Shark Tank, where it's not like, it's not like you pitch and you sell it, in the, within the 10 minutes that you're there or whatever. But it's an opportunity to pitch the company in front of, amazingly influential people in Los Angeles. So these are people, and I've been talking to the judges, and kind of, getting to know, looking online at who the judges are. Take a look yourself. Executives from really amazing companies, and I'm so excited, and that's in 2 weeks. So that's October 2nd, and there's going to be a press release tomorrow about the semifinalists. So thank you, everybody, for helping to make that happen, and I can't wait for that and more about that later. But I think it's going to give us really, really good exposure to some people, and then that's kind of the decisions now that I'm facing are where do we go now? Do we, I've been talking to some investors, do we seek funding now? I want to hire our training manager, or maybe we can do this on our own too. And so these are, it's just so some of the things that are constantly in my mind as we grow, and just always thinking about, okay, what do we want to provide for the team, for the stylist, and what do we need to do to not only be really sustainable, but to take us to the next level. So I think that's going to be something that's going to be super exciting. So stay tuned for that. You'll probably see it online. After they do the press release, I'll share that with you, and it's called Chick Launcher, so you can check that out and make sure to like them on Facebook. And so we'll see what happens. And even if if I'm just a semifinalist and that's it, I'm going to get the opportunity to meet a lot of really good, influential people. So super excited about that. All right, so I'm going to leave you with a quote. It's I've almost gone over my my time here. So this is something that Tiff and I have been talking a lot about. Grant Cardone. Sometimes, we do a lot of the touchy-feely stuff in direct sales, and sometimes you just got to kick some ass, right? So this is sometimes this helps me too. And we always kind of turn towards different kind of inspiration and things that are going to keep us going. And I know, like as a business owner, I need to do this every day, and I can tell you, I'm going to go a couple minutes over because I can tell you that I was with them. So a lot of my friends over the weekend, and sometimes I just I look at some of my friends who are really successful lawyers and, whatever, jobs like that, they've been in their job for 20 years and they're doing really well, and sometimes I have that kind of envy, oh my gosh, that looks so comfortable, they know what they're going to do the next day and it's there and it's a job, and not everything's on their shoulders and it's, but then, I realize it and I'm like, that's not me. That's not, and I know that they're looking at me and they're thinking the same thing or more. Everyone came up to me, what's going on? I'm so proud of you. This is my best friend's son's bar mitzvah in Dallas, and they were at they were at one of our first parties, and what's happening, what's going on, and I just realized that this is what I do, and this is what I love to do, and so here's some quotes that I love, and if you have, when you want to read, I recommend this guy Grant Cardone. He's hardcore, and he's going to kick your butt when you need that. And always think about that, because when you have your shows, when you have that time that's set aside to work your business, make the most of your business. Okay, make it focused, make it dedicated, and make it happen. So and one quote I want to say is that, because when people tell me how busy I am, so anyone that suggests to me to do less is either not a real friend or very confused. So I do what I do because I love what I do, and it's really, really exciting. So thank you everybody for joining tonight. It means a lot to me to see you on the call. Make sure to tell everybody they need to be on these calls. Everybody needs to join the calls, okay? Not optional to grow your business, not optional to stay connected to the company. Make sure everyone's on the calls, and we got an amazing number of percentages of people who are active and who are on the calls. So thank you everybody. Have a fabulous week. Get your orders in before 8:59 Eastern. No, I said 8:59 Eastern this morning, but it's 11:59 Eastern. It's 8:59 Pacific. Get your orders in tonight. Our system runs on Eastern time. Get those orders in. If you have open parties, if you have any dangling orders that are entered or not posted, get them in. And it just, gets your check to you faster, makes everything run smoother. So let's get it in. Let's, let's go over. Let's go way over 3,000. We can do that, and let's just keep it happening. So everybody have a fabulous week, and I'll talk to you again next Monday. Bye-bye.